Not sure I ever mentioned this before. I might have done, I don't know, but this stretch behind us here, what you can see, that's where we used to fish when we used to hire boats and come this way. In the 70s we used to fish regularly up there. It was like compulsory every time we came down on the boat, and once we got our own boats as well, that used to be the same as well. I used to enjoy fishing. I've still got all the stuff, but I've not done it for a while, and perhaps I need to start again. Mind you, then again, time. We're so busy as it is. You know, we've got so many different things we have to do, and I've probably not got time to think too much about fishing, or if I do, I have to ignore the filming. I won't say you decide, or you might come back and say, ignore the filming. Absolutely delightful. We're at Bridge 99 now. The next one, normally when we come through Bridge 100, we will stop at the Barbridge, but we're not doing. Shock horror. Still doing our low carbs cut down thing, but thankfully with my brother-in-law's microbrewery, he is making some fantastic low carb real ales, so I'll have them. The only problem is at the moment it's still being made. So no beer. Yeah, no beer, but a glass of wine or two are alright. They're not too, if you pick the right wines, they're not too high in carbs. Neither is gin, so we'll have them, but have them on board. We're coming up to Barbridge Junction now. The last time we were down here, we carried on straight through towards Bunbury, but we're going to be turning to the right, and we're going to go up the Middlewich branch, and I think we'll be continuing through if all goes to plan. But first of all, we do know that forecast overnight is thunder and lightning, rain, wind, so we're going to get a nice mooring on the branch of the Middlewich for overnight, and then we'll see what we do the next day. It's just a boat turning before us, and we'll follow him straight after. We know if he gets round, there'll be no other boat coming down, so that's fine.
The Stormlanders fared better when they sent their spearmen up the hillside. Blinded by the rain, the invaders could not see them climbing until it was too late.
Another thing what can be quite annoying for people is radios blasting out when they're going along. Absolutely blasting away. No doubt, I think you might hear it on the camera at the front, but I can hear it quite clear here, and you might pick it up as well.
Bowstrings of the arch made their bows loose. One thing and then another, and the fourth and final charge of the Storm King and his knights broke through.
Canals are not about blurring radios when you're going along. They're definitely not. Not only is the world changing away from canals, but canals are changing as well. Very much so. One thing what we are always asked by so many people is, are you going out? Where are you going? And so I think, how long are you going for? So I think the best way we can describe it is, we go boating with a purpose, but we're going to a vague destination. I think that's the best way to do it.
The two armies came together amongst the wide open plains south of the Blackwater, near to where the Gold Road would run one day. The two kings rejoiced when their scouts returned to them and reported Targaryen numbers and distance. The land was wide and open, all grass and fruit as far as the eye could see. Ideal for heavy rain. Aegon Targaryen did not put them out. The high ground was always surrounded by the grass. The ground was firm, not muddy, nor would they be troubled by rain. The day was cloudy.
We're hoping to moor up shortly. We like these moorings here, just right through Bridge 4 on the left, and I think we might be in luck.
At the back of this one, between the trees.
We're leaving our lovely mooring. Absolutely beautiful. We stopped there quite a lot. It's just before the Windy Knoll as you're going along to Churmston Lock, just on the left. Absolutely beautiful and always quiet. Not much internet, but that's not our priority. It's a nice mooring, and that's more important for us. Today I think we'll be doing 3 locks, and yeah, I think it's 3 locks, and we'll be making our way towards Middlewich, probably around 4 hours, 4.5 hours, depending how slow we go. But again, Another beautiful day at the time of the year when you don't expect it. So we're being spoiled. Bernadette's just walking ahead now. We're just seeing if we've got access to the water point. We have known, you know, to come here to get water, and a boat's moored permanently on it. But if it is, we'll get it moved. If not, and they're just filling up, we'll just hang about until they're finished, and then we'll go in. Easy access to the water point. One boat's just finished, backed up, and we'll glide in. Had a few showers, had our coffees, and now we've filled up with water. And we're getting ready to go down Churmston Lock on the Middlewich. It's quite a while since we've been down here. Having busy lives, you know, you can't do too much. Looking forward to this trip, we really are. Volunteer lock keepers are on. But Bernadette likes getting off just to check everything's alright. But I think that's an excuse for have a good talk. In we go. The Shropshire Union and the Middlewich branch of the Shropshire Union, that's what people like to say, are quite unique in that they're the only canals where... Let's have a look where I'm going here. Well, in fact, I'll wait till we get there and I'll tell you what's unique then.
Come back on the 3rd of April and you'll be alright. He's ready to walk off the wall. Yes.
Did you notice? If you did, well observed. If not, what it is, most balance beams on locks, well, everywhere else, are black and white. On those two canals, the Shropshire Union and the Middlewich branch, they are battleship grey and white. So it makes it a bit more unique, that. So that's another little bit of info for you. As we're trundling along here, you will notice another nice bit of mooring and open space for narrowboats on the left hand side. Again, the voluntary organisations do all this, and the Shropshire Union Group, or the Middlewich branch of the Shropshire Union Canal Society, they did all this, and it can get very popular in summer, and you can understand why. We've got to be thankful for these organisations, we really have, and we must never take them for granted. Thought I'd give you another little snippet of information. A very curious experiment was carried out along this branch of, the Middlewich branch. In 1888, they decided, the powers that be, whoever they were at the time, that on the towpath they were going to put a small locomotive railway. What was that for? It was to tow narrowboats in big long lengths, but it didn't quite work out because the boats wouldn't stay, they weren't in these big, they had 10, 15 butties equivalent to, no engines, all being pulled along. And the steering of the boats turned out to be very difficult, and it didn't catch on. But it wasn't a complete failure. It was in England, but that method was used for many years on the French waterways, and it seemed to work over there. Mind you, the canals are a little bit different in dimensions than what we're on currently today.